Hello. I was just gonna do this like either tomorrow or Wednesday because I've got a new mystery box coming because I have no willpower. But there was like an exciting development yesterday, so I've been putting it off, and I thought just do it. So I was doing a spider check and found this. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. This is Tony's. Look, it was in his enclosure. Look how tiny that is. It's so tiny. It was in his enclosure, and now he's full of beans. He's zipping around, zip zap zoop. Like just for say like size comparison, this was Olivia's first shed. So obviously he's still quite small, and Tasha's shed there, yeah. But yeah, so I thought I'd show off Spider Baby being a big boy. Let's see if I can find him. Where are you, Tony? Like I just fed them all, so I didn't open the just gonna have to. I was gonna say don't open the lid in case the flies go out, but yeah, there he is. Okay. So here he is. You can see the size difference in him. And he's so much brighter than he's been, and like I've been like really worried about him in the past with him like not eating and being really lethargic and sitting still, and I was like, oh god, is he going into a death curl? So I've done my best to like maintain like the ambient temperature of the house has been kept between sort of 23 and 24 degrees, and where I keep the enclosures is like a couple of feet away from the radiator. So it's not right on the radiator because spiders can't regulate their own body heat. And they can end up cooking themselves if you use heat mats, which is why I don't. So I just try and just keep the room that they're in warm. So yeah, I'd been worried about him, and I was thinking, oh god, what's going to happen to my little baby? But he's shed, and he's so much zip zap zoo, as Pierce Hawthorne would put it, and he's been a lot jollier. So I'm quite happy with that. Pepper. I'm wondering if Pepper is due a molt. She's in her glass. You might be able to see her. I'm wondering if she's due a molt because she hasn't eaten, and she's normally quite a good eater. You might be able to see one of like the fruit flies. There's actually two in there, purely because I just noticed one on the table and hers was the box on the top of the pile, so I just chucked it in there. It's not going to really bother her that much. So I'm wondering if she's possibly going to molt, and I would have absolutely zero, with a big fat Z, a zero way of telling if Pedro was going to molt, because you can't see Pedro unless you turn the box upside down. I mean, I don't turn the box upside down. I raise it up and look from the underneath so I can find him. And where he is, it is actually more or less just under this glass, but he's dug such a good little tunnel system, you cannot see him anymore. Little sod. So yeah, he's got food in there if he wants it, but he's not that bothered. Vanellope, she's been very active. She's not really bothered about the fruit fly that I put in there. You can see there's one there. It's wiggling still. It was one of the bigger ones. and she's really not bothered about it. So I'm probably going to take that out tomorrow. I'll just give it a look and see if she's bothered. She's got smaller fruit flies in there as well. I'll just leave the small ones because they're just really small, so they're not going to bother them. And then we've got Ralphie. Ralphie and Vanilla Pete were from the same batch. They're probably related. Because I got them from the same place. I can see Ralphie's flies in there. And I can't see Ralphie because you might be able to see him through the glass and next to the leaf. This is where he likes to sit. That's his spot. That's his enjoyable spot. So yeah, maybe the send on. You might be able to see him. But no, he's usually quite happy. Olivia, I am going to open because I gave her a cricket, and Olivia gets a cricket almost every day. It depends, but almost every day she gets a cricket, and she normally gobbles them very quickly. So all we're doing here is just doing a quick check to see if she has in fact had the cricket. So I think she has, because it was on the top. Have you had that, Liv? Oh, there's her bum. Do you see her fat little bum there? Yeah, she's definitely had that cricket. What a good girl. I don't know, it seems like she's grown. Or maybe she's just growing because I keep feeding her and she's quite a good eater. I don't think it would bother her if I didn't feed her for a week, but like, well, she's happy to take food. I'm happy to give her food. I've got plenty of crickets, and she can have as many as she wants because she's a good girl. Oh, she's looking big now. So proud of her. Tasha, I'm not going to bother. She's got some fruit flies in there wandering around. If she's interested. I'd given her a cricket the other day and I thought she'd eaten it, but then I found it in a water bowl, so she hadn't eaten it. So I'm not going to bother her too much about it. She's got fruit flies if she wants them. Maybe in a few days I'll see if she wants another cricket. These fruit flies have had just a bit of, it's a bit of mandarin there, and they're quite happy with that. They do like mandarin. I've tried all different types of fruit with them, and that's been one that they really responded to. So yeah, that's what I've thrown in. It stinks. It absolutely stinks in this. Luckily, only with the lid off, even though it's got like just a hole in it. This, on the other hand, oh my god, what a stinker this one is. Crickets, oh, they just smell. But I'd rather deal with these than with cockroaches, so don't even go there with the W cockroaches thing. I don't do cockroaches. Sorry. So then this leads us to the subject of the video. Mistakes I have made in spider keeping. So this is what I would definitely call a mistake I have made in spider keeping. These are curly wing flies. I got them from the reptile centre, where I also got my small flightless fruit flies and my crickets. And I've got an equipment from there before. Sometimes it has arrived broken. I got these because they were described as flightless fruit flies, but bigger than those flightless fruit flies. Curly wings mean they can't fly. The problem is they can fly. I have seen them a number of them flying, even though just the short distances, like across the box. So they fly. And also, can you see how that they're all really fast moving and that they're like the ceiling? If I do this will not harm them, by the way. But if I do this, which is what I do with the little fruit flies, it normally takes them a while to get back up to the top, but these guys, they're back up straight away. So it's really hard trying to catch them, and the little slings really aren't interested in them, and the bigger spiders prefer the crickets, and they're not really bothered about these. So this was a mistake, buying these. So what I'm going to do with this colony is I'm basically going to let them die naturally, but like I'm just going to like the bug gel and everything in there and the bug grub. If they don't have a long lifespan, we're talking like a month or two. You can see one on the bottom there is trying to pull out of his casing. But I am going to swap the lids on these boxes because this was the better made lid. And yeah, I'm just going to let these die because they're not very good as live food. They've not been really that good. They're really big. They fly when they're not supposed to. They're a bit too quick, so yeah, this is not something that I would ever get again. I definitely consider this a mistake, buying these. Like the reason I'm going to swap the lid from this to the other enclosure is because when I made this, I think I made a big mistake, which is, you can see on the top here that the lid, we've got a cross hatch of the pencil cases that I use, and there's a lot of glue underneath. I don't want to turn it too much. You can see the open hole. Some flies have gotten under and into the mesh. They can't get out of the mesh, but they've gotten under the mesh and then not been able to get out again. When I made this one, I revised the design so that the mesh is on the interior, like that, as well as the exterior, and it's cross-hatched, so it was a better lid. So yeah, for the live food, that's probably what I will do in future, is stick to the small fruit flies, because I don't really like these. And yeah, we'll stick to the small guys, because they're better. They might be manky, but the spiders are actually interested in eating them. Olivia's enclosure's probably too big for her. She probably only needs half the size of what she has, because she exclusively stays at this end. She's not interested in this end at all. She never goes in this end. It's this end that she goes in. So yeah, she probably could have been in one of the smaller ones, to be honest. So that was a mistake. Some of the slings, like Tony and Pepper, to be honest, I think are in too big enclosures. They probably could have been in ones more this size. So that was another mistake I made there. And then Tasha's enclosure, I only put holes in the lid, so I've got to be really careful about what I put on top of it, because I don't want to block her air holes. And I didn't put any in the side. And now she's in it, it's a lot harder to put holes in it. So yeah, I felt really stupid doing that. I figured I'd sort the problem when she needs an enclosure change, but right now she's quite happy in the one that she's got. I'm gonna get her a coconut hide, because she likes being hidden, but also I like to be able to check on her. So if I get a coconut hide and like put a couple of holes in it, at least I can like peer through the holes and just make sure that she's in there and that she's okay. So yes, tiny little Tawny shed, and that was the Olivia shed from last one. That was the Tasha shed. This is not going to be the permanent box for it. I'm going to get one more size suitable, which is why I haven't actually put a sticker on it. But yes, so yeah, I'll be getting some more spiders tomorrow. And hopefully I'll have adequate time to rehouse them. The enclosures are made. They've just got to have the substrate put in, and for some reason I can't find any leaves. I've got these like plastic leaves in all the enclosures, and I don't know where the rest of my leaves have gone, and they've disappeared. But I've got some more on order, and so hopefully they'll arrive tomorrow with the spiders, so I can just put some in there. And yeah, that's the plan. So thanks very much for watching. I hope it was interesting. Please consider liking and subscribing, and hope